go-to corner for all vlogs and stuff. Miss Rachel's in the back, of course, always. Miss Rachel, Bubble Nums, Bluey. There's always something in the background. Not that I care what you think. Sounds really bad. The TV's not always on. I don't know. People always have an opinion, no matter what you do, so I don't think it actually matters. But I'm gonna go get my tea. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm in the kitchen. You could probably still hear Miss Rachel in the background, but she's lower. It's 10:40. It is a Wednesday. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. That was me this morning. I sent my friend a video because my friend, whoa, forgive me. I'm so sorry. My best friend is about to get smitten, smoked, smited. Brethren. Just taking some vitamins. My tea got cold. For sure, 100%. It's cold. Cold tea. Okay, I'm coming on here. Currently editing a vlog that I recorded like a week ago. That's just how life be sometimes. So I'm editing that, and then after I do this vlog, I will edit this vlog as well. I was just sitting with her because she's still getting over a little cold that she had, and I say a little very mildly because that cold was not little. That cold broke me just to see her be so bad. So for the last week, actually from Saturday, and it's only Wednesday, so it hasn't been a week yet, it's only been a few days, she got sick randomly. I don't take her out. I know that sounds really like, oh, you don't take her out. That's not true. But like, oh, this knife is very dull. I'm not about this life right now. I'm very careful with what I do with her, where I take her out. So I had actually taken her out. I went to the thrift store because there's this new thrift store that opened up here in Hoboken, and they're really sweet. They're owned by two sweet men, gentlemen, whatever. I will link them in the description. They just opened up. They had like a grand opening, like I want to say like a month ago or 2 months ago. It's called Thrifted. And so far I have found some great sales there. And so they have like an IG page, and they will message you. They're very like small business. I'm leading somewhere, hold on. They're very hands-on, so they post new things that they get so that you can actually see what kind of I think she just got hurt. What is she doing? Okay, I'm gonna make this quick because this is why I didn't record before. So they had posted something and I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my god, I need that. How much is it? Is this still available? So they were holding it for me, and they held it for me for 2 days, and then they hit me up and they're like, hey love, like, are you still gonna come and get this thing that you wanted? And then there was something else that they had there, but I didn't feel comfortable asking for them to hold something else for me because I'm like, this should be something that if they have a real customer that wants it, you know, that can pay them now. Like, it just felt wrong. So I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'll grab it, right? It was one of those evenings that Chris was doing a double, and she took a really, really late nap, and I was kind of just like, and it's like 5 o'clock and it's like pitch black outside because, you know, daylight savings. Saving a lot of daylight. So anyway, she was completely fine. I promise you, the next day, in the middle of the day, she like started getting randomly like sick, and I'm like, oh my god, was this my fault? So mom guilt, I'm totally convinced that the fact that she got sick was completely my fault because we're always so careful with her. Mind you, she was bundled up. Like, she didn't touch anything she wasn't supposed to. You get me? Like, it wasn't even that serious for her to get sick like that. But I'm pretty sure I got her sick by taking her outside in the middle of the night. So she got sick Saturday afternoon. Like that's when it hit her. That's when I was like, she's acting a little weird. But it was like mild sick. Like she just kept sneezing, her nose was running. She felt hot, but she wasn't actually spiking a fever. So this whole time that she was sick, she didn't actually spike a fever. Or the thermometer that we have is complete trash. And because it's like one of those you're supposed to either stick in the butt or in the mouth. And she does neither. So it's, you know, you're supposed to stick it in the armpit. But she was so irritable that she wouldn't even let me do that. Most times she does. The highest it went was 99.4. And I don't know if it's because it kept, like she kept moving, so sometimes it would slip out. But even if it would have went to like 100, I feel like even 101, that's still such a low grade fever that it's like no cause for concern. But so for the last, I guess you could say, I'm trying to cut myself, 4 days, 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days, 3 days, because today is Wednesday and she's like better. So it's just kind of like hitting your nose to the ground kind of survival mode. She got sick Saturday afternoon. Sunday she woke up and she was horrible. And I just kind of just, you know, we just handled it. Thank God it was during the weekend. But then Chris had to go, you know, he had to go back to work Monday night. You know, that's when the swing comes back full circle and he's doing double shifts. And so, you know, I usually don't make vlogs about this, about her being sick. But I'm kind of doing a little recap. So, because, you know, I guess for my memory's sake and for any help out there, if any mamas find this vlog useful, if any mamas actually find this vlog at all. I'm very much on the, my mother is like, she's a health and nutritionist specialist. So when it comes to like health and things of the body and holistic, like I very much, I go to my mom with things, and she's trained me and raised me well in the way that I already knew what to do the minute I saw signs. So yeah, so yesterday she was feeling immensely better. Today she's like back to her normal self. She still has a lingering cough, she still has a runny nose, but she is no longer congested. And I gotta tell you, this went by fast. Like I feel like she got better really fast. I'm so grateful, but it felt like the longest fast. Like it was the slowest 3 days ever. And I feel like kids normally don't get better that fast. So I just kind of like want to share my tips and tricks onto how I made that happen. Mind you, the minute I saw signs, I was like, And I give her multivitamins every day. I give her probiotics, prebiotics every other day, because her small stomach, I mean, it doesn't really need all that help, but sometimes she craves a lot of starchy things. And so I don't want to deny her. Mind you, it'll be like a variation, like rice and then pasta. So I said I try to switch it up, and I give her veggie pasta, protein pasta, still pasta nonetheless. Mac and cheese, bread. She loves bread, this girl. But she also loves her fruits, her veggies. So it balances out. But I like to introduce a prebiotic when I see that she's starting to veer more towards certain things that would, like, I guess, constipate her. So yeah, I'm very much, I lean more towards holistic. I don't, not that I don't believe in it, because I'm pretty sure when she gets older, I will lean more towards certain things that work for me as an adult as well. But I definitely leaned more towards the holistic path when it came to curing her ailments. It was rough. Let me just, I guess, recap it. It was rough. If I still have some threads and clips and videos, I'll insert it as I speak. But my best friend, she barely heard from me because it was like, it was a really rough couple days. I basically just sent her little snippets here and there, like, the house is a wreck, look at this kitchen. And I left the kitchen like that overnight. If you know me, I do not leave the kitchen a wreck at all. At all. It is one of my hugest pet peeves, because it's the first thing we go to in the morning. I just insert clips here and there. It was a lot of contact napping, a lot of cuddles, a lot of just holding her, So I ended up just being on my phone a lot because that's what was convenient at the moment, at the time. I did a lot of reading. I read a lot of articles. Okay, I'm sorry. It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, let me vlog, and then I have no clear just plan or thought on how to do things. So yeah, she got sick on Saturday. It is now Wednesday, and she is feeling tons better. I do have to be careful. That's my best friend. I do have to be careful in what I do with her. I kind of feel like I just want to start taking her outside again to play in the park, but it's just what I do. So basically, I basically quarantine her. I know, you know, sometimes parents, they don't have that luxury. They have to go to work, or I don't know. So what I did was, at the minute I saw that she was sick, I just kept our circle very small. My mom didn't come by. Chris's family couldn't come by. They came by the day that she got sick, the day that she was starting to act sick, but they literally came as she was starting to show symptoms. But I also don't want her to infect anyone else. I'm good so far. I don't feel sick at all. My best friend did say that I could show symptoms 5 days later, so we'll see. But I did a lot of so I was showing like cutaways, but I'll basically just show you this here as well. She takes her multi and vitamin D every day with her water, so that's something that I didn't need to do. But I do KINDERMED. I don't do Tylenol. My mom suggested Benadryl, but it made me a little nervous. So she was hot, but I couldn't really pinpoint if she had a fever, so I gave her maybe this, the KINDERMED Infant's Pain and Fever Reducer for age 2 to 3. I gave her it twice. So I gave it to her probably right after dinner, and then right when she woke up, depending on how it was. Mostly I think I gave it to her once a day, but it's like going now. I also managed to give her some elderberry drops. What is it? Are you on-ups? Hi. Hi. I gave her some elderberry drops and some THYME. Oh, see, this, she was not like this a few days ago, so it broke my heart seeing her just no energy. She wasn't talking, she wasn't playful, she barely ate anything. I was worried she was going to be dehydrated because she didn't actually even drink anything either. And it sounds, oh yes, kiss me. Mwah! It sounds very scary and very sad. I can't, there's too many things there. But it just made me nervous because she's only ever gotten sick twice. This was the second time she's gotten sick, and she's 2. The first time she got sick was when we moved, and it was when she was 1. And it was around the same time, so. And here we have a brief intermission as mom duties kicked in, and she kept interrupting me, so I basically put down the camera, and then I found this little gem. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, totally forgot about you. Took her out for a walk. She is napping. She's probably gonna wake up in the middle of this video because I waited way too long to record it. I am currently in front of my window because I was actually plucking my eyebrows, and then I remembered I needed to finish recording this video. So I took notes. There's a vibe behind me. We're just gonna get right to it. Just a quick little I mean, the first couple videos I was kind of talking in circles. I will put that in, but just this is gonna be the for real video. So she got sick. It's basically like a 4 or 5 day sickness, whereas the first day it started in the middle of the day, and then she didn't get worse until Sunday. Sunday is when she looked like she was sick. Monday was the absolute worst. I really thought that we were gonna have to like go to the hospital. And then Tuesday she woke up and she was like better. It was ridiculous. And now today, Wednesday, she's like, I want to say she's 80% better. I don't, maybe even 90%. She still has a lingering cough, like I said earlier. But I kind of just want to share my tips and tricks on what I did. I didn't do anything super extravagant. Like I said, this was the worst that she's ever gotten sick, and this was only the second time she's gotten sick. We've always been very cautious parents in terms of she's been taking vitamins and all of the things since she was little. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in a circle with that, but I will pan away to any of the things that I do have, that I still have, because some of the things I ran out. I'll probably just insert a picture. One of the things, I'm just gonna go off on a rant here. So what she ate, she barely had an appetite. She barely wanted to drink anything, but the things that she ate, they were bland things. So I gave her pasta, I gave her crackers, bread, definitely no milk, no milk. Because once she started to cough, I was like, I'm not about to nurture the phlegm. I started to give her milk last night because she was starting to feel better, and she loves a bowl of cereal before she goes to bed. A lot of fruits, a lot of veggies. I gave her a lot of fruits high in antioxidants. So I gave her raspberries, strawberries. I gave her some bananas because the potassium was good, plus it helped her sleep better. And I'm sorry, I'm by the window, let me move because you can probably hear all that background noise. I'm just gonna move you to here. Raspberries are also very high in antioxidants. I gave her strawberries. It's never a quiet day on my block, unfortunately. My head's cut off, but it doesn't matter, I'll just slouch. And veggies, I gave her some asparagus and some broccoli, just because those are staple pieces that she likes. She had, but other than that, she was very picky. Gave her a lot of bland, like chips, like pita chips. She wasn't feeling salty, like she didn't want anything with flavor. I also went to the store on the second day, mid-second day that she was sick. I was like, yo, she's like getting really bad. So I went and I tried to get her Pedialyte or Pedialyte Pops or Kinderlight, because I was worried that she hadn't because her throat was starting to hurt because of how much she was coughing. She wasn't consuming anything. And I was worried she was going to be dehydrated. She only had 1 cup of the Kinderlight, and she did not gravitate towards the Pedialytes at all. Thank God that this didn't last long. But now I just have it sitting in the fridge. So I gave her cough medicine on the second day. Cough medicine during the day, I have 2 different types. ZARBEES with the honey. I gave her that once during the day on the second day that she was sick, on the day that she was the worst, which was technically Monday. So she started getting sick Saturday night into Sunday. So I consider Sunday the first full day that she was sick. Monday, she was absolutely horrible. Woke up starting feeling better Tuesday, and today she's like back to her normal self with still a little bit of leftover. But I gave her that during the day once to ease her cough, to help her nap, and then I gave her the nighttime cough medicine last night and the night before, to help ease her cough in the middle of the night. Because I didn't want to overload her with medicine, I only gave her fever medication, I think twice as well, or 3 times. I gave it to her once a day. So I gave it to her Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. Because no, I gave it to her Sunday and Monday. Sunday in the middle of the day, and then Monday I gave it to her twice. So I gave it to her in the morning, and then at night right after dinner. And then that's the acetaminophen, the KINDERMEDS, the cherry flavored one. That was the fever reducer. And she was still warm, but it definitely helped because she was very sluggish, lethargic, and it just made me really worried she was burning up. But our thermometer wasn't actually telling us that she had a fever, so it was kind of like now this might be subject to debate, to each their own. This is what I did, this is what works for my daughter, this is what worked for my child, this is what was instinctual for me. I gave her 2 baths, lukewarm baths, to help reduce her fever. There was one day that I gave her only one bath because I think that was the day that she was starting to feel better. So that was like third day. The second day I gave her 2 baths. One was to reduce her fever, and then the other one was to actually give her, to wash her. In the baths, I used FRIDA Baby bath bombs and FRIDA Baby vapor drops on the first day to help decongest her because she was very stuffy. She couldn't breathe at night. She was breathing through her mouth for like 2-3 days straight, and it made her lips extremely chapped, and it was breaking my heart. And for the second day that she started to show symptoms of getting better, I also distracted her with bubbles. Because she loves bath time, but being sick, you don't love the things that you used to love anymore. So for her baths, I infused the bath bomb, the vapor drops. I also did a lavender bubble bath from Honest. And what I did was I did my own little homeopathic holistic remedy of grinding some thyme spice, boiling it, straining it, and then dumping it directly into the bath. And I just let her sit in it, and if she ingested some, fine, but as long as it was touching all of her major veins, it was getting it was going into her bloodstream. And so that helps her with congestion, it helped reduce her fever, it helped with pain, reduce her inflammatory in her nose. I know that sounded like I know what I'm talking about, but I said it wrong, like I don't know what I'm talking about, but my mom knows what she's talking about. Mama knows best. I didn't wash her hair until she started feeling better, so probably wash her hair tonight. Change the sheets. She slept in our bed, but I changed her bed sheets today. Disinfected all her toys when she went down for naps, all the surfaces that are high traffic for her. And the disinfectant spray is homemade. It's half hydrogen. It's equal parts hydrogen peroxide, alcohol spray, alcohol, and water. And you just spray it, and it's non-toxic. Also, this sounds like it's like common sense, but sometimes you don't think. Air out the house, open the windows. I know it's cold, but just for like 10 minutes, set a timer. Air out the house. Spray some mint in the air as well, because it helps, you know, rejuvenate senses, clear out your sinuses. Another thing that I did second to third day, was that I had her sweat it out. So I put her in footy pajamas, she contact napped on me, and I put a blanket over her. And then second day, when she took a regular nap in the room, I put a sweater on her with some socks, and she sweated out then, and that's when she woke up and she was the happiest she's been in days. After bath time, I also used the vapor sticks, and I bought these 2-pack of like nose wipes. One of them is vapor infused, vapor like minty infused, to soothe her sinuses, and the other one is saline because she was dripping and coughing and dry so much that I wanted to make sure that I kept her moist. So I would alternate between the dry tissue, the saline wipe, and then the eucalyptus wipes for her nose and for her face. And because her lips were so like crusty, I ended up using, we used the Honest all-purpose balm like as her ointment. You could use Vaseline, but this one is non-toxic, and since it's on her mouth and she would eat it anyway, so it kind of primed her for it. I used that and I put it on her lips like chapstick, and it helped soothe the dryness. This morning I actually had to peel some crusties off because she doesn't know what to do with that. It started to bleed a little bit, but I took a little bit of ice. It didn't hurt her because it was already dead, it was just hanging off. And I wiped her mouth with the saline wipes, and then I put the all-purpose balm, and her lips are like new. So the fever can be scary, but the fever is the body's way to fight off an infection. So I tried really hard. I know it says that you're allowed to give them the meds every 4 hours, but do not exceed 4 times within 24 hours. I probably only gave it to her 2 times within 48 hours. And it's because I was monitoring her closely. Chris and I were both like just keeping her on check. There's other ways that you can have the body fight off a fever that doesn't require for them to ingest something, hence the lukewarm bath. Oh, I didn't give her the fever reducer medicine at night because I wanted her body to naturally fight it off. Plus I didn't want to give her fever reducer and the cough medicine. They were both two separate things. And she was the most calm at night, and she was with me. She slept with me in the bed for 3 nights. It wasn't until the 4th night that she slept in her own crib, and she slept through the night. That's how I know that she's feeling much better. But she slept with me because since she couldn't breathe, I kind of just wanted her to be with me if she woke up in the middle of the night, if I needed to wipe her face, if I needed to decongest her. I only used the saline nasal spray once, and it's because she was so badly congested. And her throat was so dry from breathing from her mouth and from coughing that I needed to remedy it. She did not like it. She was crying. I did it in the bath. I was very careful. It also triggered her to gag, which actually made her cough up some mucus, which was actually very good because she was having the nasal drip into the back and she just kept swallowing it and swallowing it and swallowing it. And that wasn't good. That's what was giving her the catarro, you know. So yeah, so I did the nasal saline, and it wasn't until the next day that she was like breathing better. And then so she's not a soup girl, but I did make sopa for the family, and I managed to give her rice with some broth and some veggies that were infused in the broth itself. So that was kind of like chicken noodle soup for the soul without actually having the soup. She had some carrots, some potatoes, and some chicken. And then that was basically it. It was kind of just lots of cuddles, lots of TV time. I tried to play with her, but she was disinterested. It was a lot of physical contact. So I also helped myself by trying to boost my immune system, drinking a lot of teas, emergency vitamin C, IP6, all the things that you can think of. I was internalizing it and ingesting it. And I was also resting. The other thing that you really have to tag team on is Chris, whoever was not handling the child, the other person was handling the house. So, and it was like a mental switch. I had to, if the house was a complete wreck, if there was dishes still on the stove, in the sink, you kind of just have to leave it, honestly, because she's my main priority. And if I was stressing about that, that would have also weakened my immune system. So I let it go. Chris did what he could. I did what I could, but it kind of just left the house a wreck for 2 days. And then once she started picking up and feeling better, that's when I refreshed everything, opened the windows, disinfect, steam, cleaning, wiping down. So, and we have an air purifier in her room. We've always had one, but that also helps. And I put the humidifier on last night for the first time because with her being hot, I didn't want to trigger like another, you know, weird reaction. So I put it last night because I wanted her to be moist. And that's like weird, but I hope you get me, like with the nose, I wanted her to breathe properly. And she slept great. She took a 4-hour nap yesterday, and she still slept from 10 to 6, I'm gonna say. I don't know how long that is. I think she's taking another long nap right now. And hopefully she sleeps through the night again. The main thing is you need to let them sleep as much as possible because sleeping is the body's way of healing itself. And it allowed me time to reset the house, make it so that everything's disinfected, so that when she wakes up I have something ready for her to eat. And it allowed me a little mental break to kind of take on the next half of the day. So I hope everything that I shared kind of helped. If you're going through like a random sickness, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is just a random vlog. I never vlog when she's sick. I never show pictures. I never show videos. But it was kind of awesome how fast she got sick and how fast she got over it. And I kind of just wanted to share everything I used and my tips. I feel like it was a very gentle way of helping her fight it off, even though she was a champ too. God, you could tell that she was tired and you could tell that she was crusty, but we took pictures. Like I tried to take pictures, not to remember the bad times, but just to kind of like, what do you call that? Capsule? Make it a little timed capsule of it. Record it. I want to say vlog it, but I didn't vlog it. But she still managed to smile every now and again, and I still tried to make her laugh. And but she's all better. She woke up better yesterday from her 4-hour nap. There was a complete change, like day and night, from how she was 2 days ago to how she woke up. And I just wanted to share the things I use because I feel like they're very gentle, and it's things that you can just use a lot of. Oh, one thing I also use that I did not say. She doesn't like to take medicine. That's just also why I only gave it to her a couple times a day, every other day. We use these tiny cold tablets. She loves tablets. It was how we were able to soothe her when she was teething, because she doesn't like gel. She doesn't like anything it's being inserted in her mouth. So they have, HYLANDS has nighttime and daytime tiny cold tablets, and they disintegrate, they melt immediately. And I let her have as many as she wanted because it's homeopathic, you can't put D on it. And it allowed her the freedom to just, if she wants some now, if she wants some later, to just have as much as she wanted. I only have the bottle, I think, of the nighttime one, because we crushed the daytime one, I think, same day. She's up, I gotta go get her. But that's it. So that'll be the end of this like little, what is it called, like an infomercial, I guess. I guess I'll leave links to everything. I don't get money, I don't get credited, I'm not monetized, this is not like an Amazon storefront. I'll just leave links to everything that I used in the description box, so that if you find yourself in a position that you're like, you know, my kid is very sensitive to certain medicines, they won't take certain medicines, these all work for me. She's very picky when it comes to medicine. I'm gonna go get my baby girl now. All right, bye.